Eric from PhoneScoop here with the Samsung Blast, the latest messaging phone from T-Mobile. On the outside, the Samsung Blast looks like an unassuming slider. At the top, there's a small speaker, and then a large screen below it. Despite this screen size, it's actually a low-resolution screen. It's not QVGA like other screens this large, but instead 176 by 220. So as you can see, not very much information fits on it at a time. Below that is a standard navigation keypad with one new key. This white square is a shortcut button that you can assign to any function on the phone. On the left-hand side are volume keys and a Microsd slot. The Microsd card is embedded so deeply in this slot that no matter how many times you press your thumb in there, the card simply will not pop out. Oh, finally, on the third try we get it. It takes just as much effort to pop it back in. On the right-hand side, there's a headset and adapter port and a camera button. The camera is hidden beneath the slide on the back. It's a 1.3 megapixel camera with a mirror but no flash. And beneath the slide on the front is what makes this a messaging phone. This is a SureType style keyboard, first seen on the BlackBerry Pearls, but now on a number of other handsets. As you can see, there's 2 extra columns of keys, and there are 2 letters per column set up QWERTY style, like a regular keyboard. This still uses predictive text like T9, but instead of only having 9 keys, you have a lot more, and there's only 2 letters per key. This means that when you're typing, you usually get the word you want a lot quicker. Taking a look at some of the software on the Blast, you can see that this has T-Mobile's My Faves home screen on the top. This home screen has been improved slightly, so that now you can access normal calling functions right from the home screen. Although you can't press the green send button to get your recent calls, you can press the up key and quickly access that. The same way, although it says phone book on the right soft key, when you hit that, what you get is the phone book main menu, which isn't very helpful. However, if you hit down on the D-pad, you get your contact list. T-Mobile integrated a number of messaging features into this phone and didn't just make it a messaging phone by adding a keyboard, which we appreciate. It's got a standard messaging center which allows you to send text messages and MMS messages. And if you want, we can even take a second here and show you the PhoneScoop test. As you can see, the phone said scoop almost immediately after we pressed the second letter. This doesn't just have predictive text, it also has auto-completion, so that if you type the same words over and over again, it will jump ahead and try and finish them for you, which we find an awfully nice feature. Back at the main menu, T-Mobile also integrated IM and email into this phone. The IM client and the email client both get notifications through text messaging, not through data connections, which saves your battery life, but which quickly uses up text messages. So if you're going to use this, you definitely need to get on T-Mobile's unlimited texting plan. The IM connects to all of the major services, AIM, Windows Live, Yahoo, and does a good job of keeping multiple conversations. Once you log in, because this works over text messaging and not data, you can stay logged in even if you have the phone closed and in standby mode. The same thing goes for email. It has connections for Yahoo, AOL, and personal email accounts if you know your data like your POP server and that sort of stuff. These features make the Blast seem like it would be a good messaging phone, But once you start using it, it has a lot of quirks which can get under your skin. For instance, when you're sending a new text message and you go to address it, each of these 3 different ways of addressing text messages work differently. You can't really memorize any patterns. Or for instance, when you're in the browser, you'll see that there's actually 2 menus, one labeled Options, which doesn't seem to do anything, and one labeled Menu, which actually brings up the options. The Blast has a music player, which it can use stereo Bluetooth headphones. However, it's a very basic one. It doesn't work in the background, and it can only play songs just in the order that you put them in a list. There's no sorting by artist or album or anything like that, and it doesn't do much. In addition, when you click the music player, it automatically disconnects your stereo Bluetooth headphones, so you have to reconnect them to use them as a headset, which is rather unfortunate. The Blast does have a couple of upsides, though. It has pretty good battery life, especially when compared to a lot of other messaging phones, and it has the best signal strength we have seen on any T-Mobile phone ever. It completely eliminated some constant dead zones that we've seen. It was very impressive. The Blast isn't a bad phone. It's just not necessarily a blast.